Ever booted up an old game expecting it to look like a pixelated, outdated piece of garbage, only to realize it still slaps? Yeah, some games age like expired milk, but others? They age like Keanu Reeves, eternally fresh and ridiculously ageless. So today, we're diving into 13 games that still look and play so good, you'll swear they just dropped yesterday. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button, join the Showman Gaming family, and let's get into it. First up, Rise, Son of Rome.
It's worse than I could have imagined.
This game is basically the Gladiator movie, but interactive and with 300% more slow-motion decapitations.
I'll spill their blood. I'm Commander Battalion of the 14th. I fought with your father. If it's blood you want, I promise I will give you as much as you can handle.
The cinematic combat still hits harder than a Roman chariot at full speed. And those facial animations? You can literally see the regret in a soldier's eyes right before you introduce him to your sword. Crytek went all out with the visuals. Detailed armor, insane lighting, and sweat glistening off Marius's bench press elephant physique. Even the cutscenes are so good, you could slap them in a modern TV series and no one would blink. Sure, the combat gets a bit repetitive, but who cares when it feels this satisfying? It's like eating an entire pizza alone. Yeah, it's the same thing over and over, but it's so good you don't want to stop. If you haven't played it, get ready to feel like a Roman general with an unlimited budget for slow-motion kills. And hey, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more gaming greatness. If you've ever wanted to be the ultimate rebellious superhero, Infamous, Second Son is your game. Delson Rowe is the guy you wish you were in high school, parkouring across Seattle, absorbing powers like he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet of destruction, and dropping one-liners like he's got a scriptwriter following him around. But let's talk about the real star here, the neon power. My god, that neon glow makes the whole game look like a futuristic music video. Running up walls, gliding through the city, sniping enemies with glowing laser blasts, it still feels amazing. The lighting effects are so gorgeous, it's like the developers kidnapped the sun and told it to work overtime. And the world? Seattle never looked this good, even in real life. It's always raining, but somehow, in this game, it makes everything look better. The reflections, the atmosphere, the little details in graffiti and storefronts, it all still holds up better than my Wi-Fi connection on a stormy day. So if you haven't played it, now's your chance. Just don't blame me when you start pretending your phone charger is a superpower source. And hey, if you're loving this, hit that subscribe button. It's like a superpower for your YouTube feed. Ever wanted to be a deadly assassin but also have the ability to throw a wrench at someone's head just because you can? Welcome to Hitman Absolution. This game aged so well, it's basically a bald James Bond simulator with a sprinkle of insanity. The lighting, character models, and environments still look stunning. I mean, have you seen the rain effects? It's like the developers sat outside in a thunderstorm for weeks just to make sure they got every raindrop perfect.
Smug bastard. He's not gonna got shit in his sights.
And the AI? These NPCs react so realistically that sometimes I feel bad ruining their day, until I remember I can disguise myself as a chef and assassinate someone with a frying pan. Let's not forget how ridiculously over the top it can get. You can go full silent killer or just embrace the chaos and slap someone unconscious with a fish. Either way, it still feels great to play. The animations, the tension, the sheer satisfaction of pulling off the perfect hit. It all holds up. Seriously, this game is so smooth you could butter your toast with it. Just don't try to disguise yourself as a gardener in real life. It doesn't work, trust me. And hey, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. It's the perfect disguise for staying updated on all things gaming.
Was there an accident? Did someone try to hurt you?
Beyond. Two Souls isn't just a game. It's an emotional roller coaster that punches you in the soul and doesn't apologize. This game was already ahead of its time when it launched, and even now, it still looks like a Hollywood blockbuster.
Leave me the fuck alone, because next time, I'll kill everyone.
The motion capture is so good, you can see every tiny expression on Jodie's face, every sigh, every nervous glance, every moment of heartbreak. It's all there. It's basically like binge-watching an HBO series, except you're the one making the horrible life choices. And then there's Aiden, the invisible entity who's basically the worst, or best, backseat driver ever. Possessing people, throwing objects across the room, causing absolute havoc because, well, why not? This game gives you the power of a ghostly poltergeist, and it never stops being fun. The graphics, the facial animations, the sheer cinematic quality, it still looks better than some modern games. Just be prepared for an emotional breakdown by the time the credits roll. You've been warned.
Jodie!
Listen, I don't know what kind of dark magic Ubisoft used back in 2010, but somehow, Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, still looks fantastic. Maybe it's the fluid animations, maybe it's the insane parkour, or maybe it's just the fact that playing as a badass prince with time manipulation powers will never get old. The platforming is so smooth, it makes you feel like an Olympic gymnast. Wall running, leaping across crumbling ruins, dodging spikes by the skin of your teeth. It's the kind of gameplay that still holds up against modern platformers. And the water freezing mechanic? Chef's kiss. It adds such a cool, pun intended, twist to the platforming, making every level feel like a beautifully choreographed puzzle. Plus, the combat, while simple, is still satisfying. Nothing beats mowing through a horde of enemies and then rewinding time just to flex on them. And hey, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. It's like a time manipulation power for your YouTube feed. Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. Didn't just age well, it put on an elven cloak, walked through time and said, yeah, I still look better than half of y'all. This game took the Assassin's Creed formula, added some Tolkien magic, and threw in a nemesis system so good that other games were too scared to copy it. Speaking of the nemesis system, this thing still slaps. You humiliate an Uruk, he comes back with a scar and an attitude. You set one on fire, he returns with burns and a personal vendetta. It's basically Middle-earth's version of a toxic ex. You think you're done, but nope. they're back and angrier than ever. And the combat? Still chef's kiss satisfying. You chain sword strikes like a beast, vault over enemies, and then teleport stab an orc across the battlefield. The animations are so smooth, it's like Talion took gymnastics lessons before becoming a ghost-infused ranger. Honestly, if this game got released today with slightly better textures, people would just assume it was a new ADA title. It's that good. And hey, if you're loving this, hit that subscribe button.
Another task! Another fail! Face me, John! Not today! Strike out of nowhere! Settle the blade! Ranger! Come on, maggot! Let's see what you've got! Don't step up! Back, you glove! Don't you listen! You can't hurt me! Stop attacking us! Guess I'll leave
The
it.
beast tamer is dead, and with him, the Uruk's control of the shadowy creatures.
There's someone sneaking about.
Enough of you! Stop moving!
Remember Me, ironically, a game that a lot of people forgot about. But guess what? This cyberpunk gem still holds up like a futuristic, neon-lit fever dream. First of all, the art design? Absolutely stunning. It's like someone took Blade Runner, added a dash of Parisian elegance and said, let's make this look insanely cool. The world of Neo Paris is dripping in atmosphere, and it still feels more futuristic than some of the actual cyberpunk games we got recently. And the combat? Imagine if Batman, Arkham's, free-flow fighting and a memory-hacking superpower had a beautiful sci-fi baby. Nyland's moves are so smooth, she could probably moonwalk while knocking out enemies. And let's not forget the memory remixing, rewriting someone's memories to turn them against their allies. That's next-level mind control, and honestly, I wish I had that power in real life. Seriously, if you missed this game, now's your chance.
Tommy, I just had a run-in with some leapers. Scary. They vanish at will.
I stopped being surprised by any of the evil shit that comes out of those tunnels a long time ago.
This is gonna hurt. Suck it up, Nilin.
If action movies and video games had a love child, it would be Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. This game isn't just a masterpiece, it's basically the reason why half the gaming industry decided to add cinematic experiences to everything. Let's start with the train level. If you know, you know. That entire sequence is pure adrenaline, and even today, it holds up better than some modern action games. Drake is out here climbing, shooting, and wisecracking while a train dangles off a cliff. And that's just the opening. The visuals? Still gorgeous. The character animations? Unbelievably smooth. The gameplay? It's like someone took Indiana Jones, added gunfights, and removed all the snakes. Naughty Dog went absolutely feral with the set pieces. And somehow, every single one still feels fresh. Honestly, this game should have aged like a 2009 meme, but instead, it's aging like fine wine. If you haven't played it, get ready to experience one of the greatest action-adventure games ever made. And hey, if you're loving this, hit that subscribe button. It's like a treasure map for your YouTube feed.
Oh, is that an ancient Tibetan ritual dagger in your pocket?
Oh, maybe I'm just happy to see you. Yeah, hello.
So this is the key to everything.
Yes, it is. Marco Polo's passport to Shambhala.
What do we do with it?
I have no idea, actually. I do know Lazarevich won't get very far without it.
I wouldn't underestimate him, you know. He and Flynn have been tearing this city apart. They must have leveled dozens of temples already. So what's our next move? Nate? I hate it when you do that.
Check this out. You see the symbol?
Yeah.
Look up there.
Okay, I see the resemblance, so what does it mean?
It means we know how Marco Polo found his next clue. The temple we're looking for is going to be marked with this emblem. Now all we have to do is find it.
You do realize there are literally hundreds of these temples throughout the city?
Yes, but if we found a higher vantage point...
We could spot our needle in the haystack.
Right.
There's a hotel not far from here.
Chloe, now is not the time.
It's easily the tallest building in the city.
Right. Well, okay. That's good thinking.
Follow me.
Yep.
If GTA and a classic kung fu movie had a chaotic, high-energy baby, it would be Sleeping Dogs. This game didn't just age well, it aged like Bruce Lee's legacy. Legendary, powerful, and still ready to drop-kick fools at any moment. First of all, the hand-to-hand combat is still one of the best in any open-world game. Wei Shen is out here fighting like he just stepped out of a Jackie Chan film. You can throw dudes into dumpsters, use the environment for brutal takedowns, and parry attacks like you've been training at a Shaolin temple since birth. And let's talk about Hong Kong. This city still looks amazing. neon lights reflecting on rain-soaked streets, crowded markets full of street vendors and shady deals. It's the kind of open-world immersion that makes you feel like a true undercover badass. Driving, combat, parkour, it all holds up so well that it's a crime this game never got a sequel. If you haven't played it, you're missing out on one of the best action-packed open-world experiences ever made. Also, don't blame me when you suddenly start craving dim sum after playing. And hey, if you're loving this, hit that subscribe button. It's like a dim sum feast for your YouTube feed. Ever wanted to parkour across a futuristic city while dodging bullets and feeling like a total legend? Well, Mirror's Edge is still the king of first-person movement, and honestly, no game has topped it since. This game's art style is timeless. Instead of going for hyper-realism, Mirror's Edge embraced a clean, minimalist aesthetic. Crisp whites, bold reds, and just enough color to guide you through its rooftop playground. Even today, it looks like it came straight out of a high-end sci-fi commercial. And the movement? Absolutely buttery smooth. Sprinting across rooftops, wall running, sliding under pipes, and leaping from buildings feels so good that even modern games struggle to match it. Faith moves like a parkour goddess, and when you nail a perfect run, it feels like pure flow-state magic. Also, fun fact, if you play this game for too long, you will start looking at your own city differently. I could totally wall run off that billboard and grab onto that ledge. But please, for legal reasons, do not try this in real life. Ever play a game so good that it makes you question the intelligence of every other game in existence? That's Portal 2. This game didn't just age well, it's straight up immortal. First off, the humor? Still top tier. GLaDOS is out here throwing shade sharper than a freshly polished turret.
The test. I didn't see the deer today. I did see some humans. But with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
Wheatley is bumbling around like an over-caffeinated intern, and Cave Johnson's lemon monologue? Iconic. If you know, you know. And the puzzles? Chef's kiss. It's a game that makes you feel like both a genius and a complete idiot at the same time, which is honestly the perfect balance. The physics are still ridiculously satisfying. Nothing in this game feels outdated. The way portals interact with momentum is smoother than my excuses for not going to the gym. And the co-op mode? Pure chaos. You either become best friends or bitter rivals after one too many accidental portal drops into acid. If Valve ever decides to count to 3, spoiler they won't, Portal 2 would still hold up.
Was being killed or sold into slavery is fun.
Hey, Lisa, calm down.
This is a nightmare.
Okay, listen, I'm fixing this. Do you know where the pirates took the others?
They took Oliver to some place called the Bunker. I'm not sure about Keith or Daisy.
What about Riley?
I don't know anything about Riley or Grant.
Grant's dead.
Oh, jeez.
Far Cry 3. This game is so good, Ubisoft has been copy-pasting its formula for over a decade. Let's talk about Voss. This man is still one of the best villains in gaming. You could argue he is the game. His insanity, his unpredictability, that definition of insanity monologue, chills, they don't make villains like this anymore. Nowadays, we just get angry businessmen in suits. The gameplay? Absolute carnage. You've got flamethrowers, wingsuits, and an entire island full of bad guys just waiting to be stealth takedowned.
Oh my things! What a mess! Protect me! I'm still looking! Yes! Are you
Ever wanted to be a pirate but without the scurvy, bad hygiene, and constant risk of mutiny? Black Flag still delivers that dream in glorious, wave-crashing, treasure-plundering detail. First of all, the naval combat? Still unmatched. It's 2025, and somehow, most modern pirate games still haven't come close to what Ubisoft pulled off here. Anyways, more awesome content to come. If you enjoyed these 13 games that aged well, make sure to subscribe and check description below.
Registrad cada centímetro de este lugar. No dejéis piedras sin alzar ni arbustos sin remover. El tesoro podría estar en cualquier parte.
Volvamos a patrullar.
¡Informad! ¡Hay algo! ¿Quién tiene el mapa? Quiero verlo personalmente.
¡No lo perdáis de vista!
¡Informad! ¡Hay algo! ¡Informad! ¡Hay algo!
eso.